Atlus's Steam port of the legendary JRPG Persona 4 Golden truly deserves the golden in its title, managing to be one hell of a rollercoaster with wonderful gameplay, characters, and story. Set in the sleepy town of Inaba, Persona 4 Golden has you play as a newcomer from the city staying with his uncle for a year. After a series of grisly murders, you and your friends go on a wild goose chase involving a world inside a TV and personas, mythical creatures that the player can use to fight shadows.
Just two left! Come on, this fight's not over!
Persona 4 Golden's story is arguably its best part. The simple yet compelling drama surrounding serial murders in a small town helps to instantly drag you into its world filled with twists, turns, and surprises. The story is mostly told through visual novel-esque interactions between the different characters and your mostly silent protagonist. The main characters, while varying in quality, are all pretty good and help drive the plot forward. Certain favourites include the strange detective Adachi and the goofy but lovable classmate Yosuke. The story is told somewhat sporadically, with information about the mystery becoming revealed as more dungeons are completed across the year. This might be annoying for some, but it helps keep the mystery going while also allowing players to experience story interactions outside of the main story. These are some of the high points of the game, as watching the investigation team hang out together is very endearing and cute. The main story starts to pick up in pace once the final member of the investigation team is recruited to the party. This last part of the game is definitely the best story-wise, as we get to find and defeat the culprit behind the murders and discover a great evil behind it all. Overall, Persona 4 Golden tells a brilliant story that will keep you entertained and glued to the screen for the majority of its 50-hour runtime. Persona 4 Golden, like other installments of the series, sees you leading a double life as both a high school student and a persona wielder, someone capable of using a persona. During the day, you spend your time in class, listening to short lectures and answering really random questions. After the final bell goes, you are free to do whatever you want, whether that be reading, working, or hanging out with people. After spending time with someone, your social link with them may increase, unlocking skills and fusion recipes that would otherwise be impossible to get. In Persona 4 Golden's other half, the game throws you into dungeons which you must complete before a set date, or the credits will roll. This forces the player to manage their time, the game regularly reminding them that they only have so many days to get stuff done, and that you cannot do everything in a single playthrough. Persona 4 Golden's dungeons are all focused around a specific character and have you crawling through corridors, battling shadows, the game's main enemies, with your other party members and your persona. Each shadow has set elemental strengths and weaknesses. Exploiting these weaknesses will net you an extra turn, and knocking down all shadows at the same time will allow you to do an all-out attack, damaging all enemies on screen.
I live for this part!
You can collect new personas through shuffle times, which are triggered after battle ends if you finish off the final enemy with an attack they're weak to, or through persona fusion, a process that sacrifices multiple owned personas and combines them into one more powerful one. Each dungeon ends with a boss, as well as a few cutscenes, and often a new party member that you can use in the following dungeons. I found this gameplay loop extremely satisfying, as each dungeon plays differently from the ones prior. Fusion was also a highlight, there being more than 150 tonal personas for you to fuse, each with different abilities. As it is an Atlus game, Persona 4 Golden's soundtrack is amazing, featuring a mix of J-pop, jazz, and soft rock. The music never gets repetitive, even though there are only two main battle themes, and gives more meaning to some story segments, especially during the latter parts of the game. All in all, Persona 4 Golden is a masterpiece of a JRPG that should not be missed, combining an entrancing 50+ hour main story with brilliantly deep gameplay and an amazing soundtrack. A modern console port is coming next year, so there has never been a better time to jump into the series.